All right, we are going to do a DIY garland for getting ready for Christmas. I'm not sure the width or length of the strips that we're going to do yet, but what? What?
I was just pointing out for them to go to bed.
Oh. So I got 1.5 yards of the fleece. I got this from Walmart. I got 2 yards of, I'm doing red. And then I got 3 yards of burlap from Walmart. And so I got the Fisker, whatever. It's a, instead of a scissors, we're gonna use this. And then I'm gonna do a thicker twine. I'm gonna save my thinner twine for another garland that we're gonna make. So when these are cut, then I'll let you know what width and length your pieces are gonna need to be. So, and then we'll just kind of wing how many strips of the flannel we're going to use versus the other ones. So, I'll be right back. All right. So, it's been a few days and the buffalo plaid fleece does not work. So I ended up removing it. The fleece pulls apart, bad idea. So if you want to use buffalo plaid, my suggestion is to use just the fabric. Even the fleece works, but with the back fleece, the white stuff, fabric on the back isn't going to work. So what I did is I measured my fabric. I decided 6-inch strips, 1 inch across, wide strips is what was going to work best, because you get the more strips out of your fabric. 7-inch strips long would probably work better, but I wanted to get the most strips out of my fabric. So I'm just doing red and the tan, and I'm doing 3 strips of red and then 1 other color. So I mean, really you could in theory use any fabric you have, bed sheets, old curtains. I mean, you could use towels. So I've decided that I'm gonna do this for the tree. I have a small little tree, a flocked tree. So that's what I'm gonna do this one for, and then I'm gonna make another one for my mantle. I think a different kind, but this is time consuming and I've just been so busy. Tomorrow's Halloween already. You guys aren't going to see this video for probably 2 more weeks. I have some cook with me's. I'm going to be doing some more cook with me's today. I'm going to be canning some stews. What else? So if this was a little bit longer, it would just be easier, but Finna, you coming to say hi to everybody? So, three of the reds, one of the burlaps. This has, you probably can't see it, but this has gold specks in it. And the burlap, it's firm, you know, stiffer, so it's kind of hard. And then I don't knot it, I just do one tie around. But I'm going to keep plugging at this. I'll show the final result. I think I'm going to do, I don't think I'm going to do this one by itself. I'll probably do my other garland that I'm going to make. It's going to be applesauce ornaments. And then that one's probably going to hang on the mantle. And I'll probably go to Dollar Tree and get some lights for this. Just to show you, but I'm going to be putting it on my tree. I mean, this is really cute. The red and the burlap looks good together, but I really wanted buffalo plaid because I was gonna, you know, wanted to put this on my tree, and I do have a buffalo plaid topper. I don't have many subscribers yet. I'm thankful for the ones that I have. I was wondering, though, if the ones that I do have had any, you know, suggestions on what they would like to see, or if they, you know, if you guys are liking my content so far. I know not a lot of people do what I do, but I feel, you know, every time I go to the grocery store that people might be wanting some ideas on how to save some money. So as far as like groceries, or I know not everybody hunts to get their meat significantly cheaper. I'm on TikTok quite a bit, and I see a lot of people struggling. And I mean, I used to be one of them people. And I mean, I have 3 young kids, you know, that all bought houses last year, and now just food costs and stuff are just freaking ridiculous. And you know, I was a big advocate for not going to the top of your budget, because what you don't put into consideration is when the cost of milk goes up, or the cost of gas, and you know, your income almost always never goes up like inflation. So So I know how to save quite a bit of money when it comes to groceries. So like honestly, my number one tip is, you know, when I went through it with my older three kids, is if I could afford meat, which there was a lot of times I couldn't, but if I could, I would buy hamburger if I could afford a pound or whatever, and I would split it and only put half a pound in something, or 1 pound would be split into 3, and I'd only put a third pound of meat into like spaghetti sauces. And I know some people are like, oh well, healthy. Well, you know, healthy food costs, it's even ridiculously more expensive to buy fruit and vegetables fresh. So I couldn't always do that. But to me, a fed kid is better than not being fed. And so I've noticed, I've been following food costs, and like the pastaronis, for example, you can get them on sale for $1 a lot of times. So for, you know, a family of 2 or 3 or whatever, you could do, I don't even know what burger is in the grocery store. Is it $2.99 a pound? Is, you know, let's say $2.99 a pound, $3. And you get pastaroni, you get 2 boxes of them. So now you have $5 into 5 servings. You know, you're looking at $1 per serving, you know, not even, because if you would split the burger, you know, let's say you buy a pound of burger and you split it into 3, then you're looking at $1 per serving, and then the 2 boxes of rice-a-roni, so it's $3. So you're keeping your serving size about 75 cents per serving, roughly. And I've had this weird thing for several years now, and I think it's because I have been extremely poor. And I used to take advantage of places that gave out free ketchup packets, mustard packets, back when they'd give out sauerkraut packets, and gas stations give out all that stuff. And you get 1 free per whatever now, because probably people like me take advantage of the fact that it's free. But you know what? You have to do what you have to do. And if that means you have a container full of condiment packets, whatever. But I know food pantries and stuff, a lot of them don't make you wait 30 days anymore. Especially if you're elderly and if you have kids in the home. When I worked there, well, I would go in and help when they needed it. If you were older or had kids in your home, you could get extra boxes of cheese and stuff like that every month. When the kids were little and I couldn't afford a lot of Christmas gifts, what I ended up doing was I had 4 kids, and so I would give each kid a few dollars and take them to the Dollar Tree and get their siblings something each sibling something from them that reminded, them of their sibling or whatever. And that was a lot of fun. And I know people think, well, Dollar Tree crap, cheap, it's not going to last. Well, the memories last. The toys never do, regardless. And, if you can't afford much, there's programs and stuff like that out there that help with Christmas as well. Not just the county, but, our Dollar General here and stuff does a big toy drive and whatever. So I didn't have family that helped me when I was going through really, really hard times. I remember, I think I had like $13 to go grocery shopping with. And I was, cleaning apartment buildings, painting apartment buildings, cleaning out people's, apartments when they would move out. I did custodial, I worked really hard to barely make it. And, sometimes you had to choose which bills got paid and whatever. But anyway, I had I think it was like $13 or something. And so I went to the store to get, back when a dozen eggs was cheap. And I'd gotten some eggs and a loaf of bread and some ramen. I don't know if I had a couple cans of tuna in there. And I ran into my dad. And he was looking in the cart and he's just like, oh. He's like, what y'all getting? And I said, well, this is all I can get. I can't afford to get anything else. And I'll never forget the way he looked at me. And then went on his way. It was sad. Because he knew I only had 2 kids at that time. But so I just learned, years ago to just save money where you can. And yes, people are going to judge you regardless if you fill your cart with more unhealthy things because they're cheaper versus getting the fresh fruit and the fresh veggies. Well, not everybody is privileged and can afford that. I mean, right now, I can afford it, but mentally, I can't justify it. So, yes, I prepared my vegetables and fruit and stuff from what I'm growing, but I think there's a lot of people that are pretty much one bad thing away, one broken furnace, one layoff away from just bankruptcy, and I don't see it getting better. And like I said, it's better to create memories than buy things you can't afford for your kids. That I know it sucks, because when kids go back to school and their friends talk about, oh boy, Santa brought me this and Santa brought me that, and then your kid sits there like, well, I didn't get that. I didn't get, you know. I had to hear it and it hurt. You know, when my kids were younger, and I just explained that sometimes even the people that buy those things for their kids don't always even appreciate it, because there's a lot of families going through it right now that can't afford it. This year I've decided I'm just giving my kids, my oldest 3 kids are just getting, and their partners, they're all getting cash this year. And of course, if they need, you know, pork or burger or anything, they're welcome to take some here anytime. They all have keys and stuff like that to get into my home, so if they need anything, they don't even, my cupboards and my fridge and my freezer and my canning shelves are always available to them, or friends or whatever. I know what it's like, and you know, we've been very grateful to be able to save, and but it's been a lot of work for me to be in a position to where I'm no longer struggling and financially. Mentally all the time, right? Seriously though. So I thought maybe we could make things, or so next year, beginning of the year, I think what we're gonna do is make some homemade vanilla extract. I haven't done that. And so if we get started early enough, it'll be ready in time for next Christmas. And that is a great Christmas gift to give. And I'm hoping that with people following me, they'll do more canning, preserving, and they can give out goodie baskets. Or, you know, like, sometimes you gotta fill your own shelves first, and that's understandable. That's understandable as well. And I don't think that's selfish at all either. Take care of you and your own, and make sure you're good first, and that's important. That's very important. And I know in society nowadays a lot of people are unwilling to help other people, but sometimes you gotta be good too. And
where's FaceTime video?
Hang on. Alright, I am back. I mean, this is a little time consuming, but anyway, my husband got another deer, so that is what he is bringing home. I do really like the way this looks. A little disappointed I couldn't do my buffalo plaid, but it's fine. I'll have to find something else to do with that material. And then I'm just going to do some pork stews today to preserve up some of the potatoes. Two of my older kids took a bunch of potatoes to eat, and then I'm going to, we might have to cut more red fabric here. You can't see my dog at my feet. So, anyway, sorry about the rant on, I have a hard time not going on tangent rants. I feel bad that so many people work so hard to still be behind. And then don't qualify for help. You know, your kids can qualify for medical insurance, but if you work your butts off, you almost hardly ever qualify for any type of financial. It just makes me sad. Not everybody's in the position to have a garden, and but I think it's important. Some people just don't have the time. They're too busy working. Neighbors are out mulching, which I almost need to do again. So I'm going to keep putzing with this and get this done today and record my canning of stews. I have all my pork roast thawed and veggies, and my husband leaves for his Nebraska trip with his dad in a few weeks. So I think what I'll do is record how I get those meals and show you how I do that. I want to do a pot roast this week with those pepperoncini, the yellow peppers. It's like a Mississippi pot roast, but I don't like the packets of au jus, so we won't be using that. I don't like the flavor of it. Personal thing. Pepperoncini, what are they? Pepper something. So I found when you're tying fold it in half and then tie it this way. It's so much easier. If I don't get this done, my cats are gonna they're tearing up my twine. because it's a big toy. Just tie it on once and then slide it forward. I'm almost done. I'm almost at this. I cut, so the twine I cut 8 feet. So I tied 2 knots, one on each end, so it made 6 feet, and I left a foot on each end to do like a hoop or something if I was gonna hang it on. Am I recording? Oh God, I'm so scared that I'm not. To do like a hoop or something so you can tie it and hang it on some hooks or whatever. But I think I'm gonna put this one on my little Christmas tree. I keep my tree very minimum. I just do lights. I do have ornaments. And then I did red bells. So I mean, this will match. My boys are sunbathing. We've had very nice weather here. We've had mid-60s. And that's kind of weird for this time of year. It's usually very cold. But I'm hoping that it stays decent so kids trick-or-treating won't freeze tomorrow. This will be the first year I've never had a kid going trick-or-treating. Uh-oh. Isn't that how it goes? All right, we got 3. There's another twine. I'm gonna have to cut some reds. I already can tell. I thought I would have enough. I'm so close. So I'll show you quick how I cut. So I measured the fabric, and I even have enough fabric I could do probably another one of these. So I just did 6 inches and I went all the way across the fabric. I'm going to fold it in half. You're going to need a cutting board. You do not want to cut that on a table or whatever. So this is going to be my new crafting board. I'm going to fold the fabric till the ends are the same. Okay? And then I have a paint stir stick, and here we go. This is almost 1 inch, perfect. So I just set the stick down. I use, this is that scissors I was showing, and you're just gonna cut. It's easy, way easier than using a scissors. You don't have the unequal or uneven. I mean, if that's what you got, that's what you got. So, but I've been wanting one of these, and that's just kind of what I do. Is I just set the stick down and then just cut the strip. So, I don't remember the length, or like, I think the red was what, 2 or whatever yards, I don't remember, but I have quite a bit left of both, so I really would have enough to do probably at least one more, but this, I have to vacuum. This is really time consuming. you know, if you're sitting here watching TV or whatever. I mean, I gotta try to get this, at least this one done. Get it out of the way. Okay, so what were we talking about? Oh, yeah, videos, I think. So, I'll do video on that. I'll do video on like a Thanksgiving cook with me. I've already gotten almost everything. So I have the ham, I have all the gravy packets, I have the vegetables. I'm pretty sure I have everything for the cheesy potatoes. So basically all I need to do is I have to get Cool Whip for my chocolate pie that I'm going to make. I'll probably, since I didn't grow butternut squash, I'll probably just buy a pumpkin pie this year. But when I grew butternut squash, I made a pie with it, and I just substituted, I mean, you have to bake it. It's not going to be, but I substituted pumpkin for butternut squash because I had so much of it. I know I kept some in the freezer for making my dogs their birthday treats, but so I'll probably just buy a pumpkin pie, honestly. I don't know. Because they're not that expensive, and then I just have to buy buns, or the dinner rolls, the pull-aparts. We need to buy a turkey this year, and honestly, if I can get under 10 cents a pound, or what? If I can get it cheap enough, then I'll pick up 2, because we'll need one for Easter. But I do have ham in there still. A ham. Because I purchased 2 last year. Obviously a sack of potatoes. I think that is it. I don't do green bean casserole because I don't like it. I have made green bean casserole with, instead of using the cream of crab soup, I'm sorry, cream of mushroom, you can use Alfredo, and you you chop up a bunch of sweet peppers, and it's delicious. And I've made that a lot, actually. And then you put your fried onions and stuff and bake it that way. But I don't know. I'm just not a fan. Finn, I can't play ball with you right now. I'm just not a fan of it. I just never have been. So I don't make it. And I know you want to play ball right now. Mom, gonna get this finished. Get this out of here. So, almost. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut more, I think. My boy's playing. It's a nice day, so as soon as I'm done here, I think we're gonna go out and play for a few minutes outside, let them get some exercise in. Then I'll come in and get some canning done. I have a few more meals down there for winter. And you can kind of I think 7 inches would work better. It would be a lot easier, but I needed equal. I didn't want leftover. All right. So my husband's home, so I gotta get going. Alright, this is what it looks like. Let me know if you make it. Let me know what colors you use. And I'll probably maybe make another one. This ain't gonna wrap very much around the tree. So, see you later.